In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I did this flip over Fulani crochet hairstyle. You can also do a quick weave in the back. You can do a sew in the back, but I'm showing you how to do it with the beach curl, free tress, crochet hair on my daughter. I'm starting off with doing a beehive in the back of her head. And I think the beehive is the best way because I want to do the invisible method around her perimeter when I crochet in the hair. So you see I'm starting off. You don't have to make them as big as I'm doing the beehive. You can make the braids smaller. It's really up to you. It still is flat. But with her, I knew that this hairstyle would last 3 weeks and then we were going to move on with our business and it was going to do what it needed to do. So this is the size that I chose. Because her hair is long and thick, I do not add in any extensions. I just braid her hair. And you can see I'm moving hairs away from my actual where I'm cornrowing at. I did not use a lot of braiding gel on this section because again, this is a section that will not be shown. It will be covered up with the extension. So I was just trying to get it done. Made sure at the end you're going to see me oil it, but I'm just doing a beehive, which is essentially perimeter braids going into it's basically one braid that's continuing throughout a whole circle. You'll see once you continue watching how the beehive is formed. You're going to see me moving her head a lot. If you want to see the live of this, just go to my YouTube channel and I have this on my live. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, thumbs up this video rather, and let me know if you would try this hairstyle or if you like this hairstyle. Again, you can do the top part and then in the back, you can do a sew-in or a quick weave with the same braid pattern of the beehive and it'll still look just as good, or the braid pattern that you like. But either way, this braid pattern of a beehive can work for a sew-in, crochet, and a quick weave. So it's really up to you. And even clip-ins. You can even do clip-ins with this hairstyle. So keep that in mind when you're doing this hairstyle and just know that you don't have to crochet it in. I'm sure if I did some clip-ins, this hairstyle would have went super fast. If you want to see a Fulani hairstyle with clip-ins, please comment below if you want to see that and I'll get that video out there for you. And yeah. But you can see I'm just parting. It doesn't have to be the perfect part. You want to make sure as you're braiding, though, you detangle. You will see me doing that using the unbrush and just combs, my wide tooth comb, of detangling it as I go because you don't want to have knots within a braid and all that good stuff. So, yeah, you just see me parting. I don't part by the side that I just braided down because it'll go in. You'll see, like, why, if you're doing this hairstyle, why I did it that way. And I started the braid over and then I'm just going. You're going to see me moving hair out the way that's not in the part. Again, it does not have to be perfect, but you want it to be structured and formed correctly. All of the tools that I used and all of the products that I use will be in the description box. So if you are wondering, what am I using and how do I get it, just click the link in my description for whatever item you see listed and you can order it from there. But yeah, this hairstyle will last about 3 weeks with good maintenance and care, meaning you're tying your hair down, you're taking a shower with a shower cap or taking a bath with a shower cap. You're not just having your hair sleep buck wild while you're sleeping. You definitely don't want to do that with this crochet hair because you can get it tangled up. You want to make sure that this hair lasts because it is synthetic. And because it is synthetic and it is crochet shake and go, it literally means shake and go. You are not supposed to like try to detangle this hair because if you try to put a brush to it or a comb to it and you pull on that hair, you will make the hair straight and it will not go back into its natural curl. So if you're having any problems throughout the week, just snip it and it won't hurt. It won't mess up your hairstyle. But again, if you're tying it down properly, you most likely will not have this issue. This hairstyle, again, lasts 3 weeks on my daughter. So I'm just letting you know, crochet hair can last as long as you're taking good care of it. You're not trying to manipulate it. You're just doing what it needs to do. I find a lot of my clients trying to manipulate the hair. And I always tell them, do not manipulate this hair. This is not human hair. This is synthetic hair. So yeah, I haven't showed me adding in that crochet hair yet. Actually, I will not have it in this video. It will be in another video. I'll link it in the corner right now, and you can see, but you're gonna see how I tuck this hair away, my daughter's long braid away, because you're probably wondering, is she gonna sew it down or crochet it down with the latch hook? I'm going to latch hook my daughter's hair down. I'm just braiding out this braid all the way to the end, and then you're gonna see how I tuck this braid away. I didn't want to show you guys the crochet method again because I have other videos on my channel that you guys can check out. I'll also have the video linked in the description as well. So if you want to see how to crochet in the invisible way and just crochet in on a half up, half down hairstyle, it will be available to you, and you can just click it after you get done watching this video. Now that the braid is done, you see I am just going through, I'm loosening. You see she moved her hand. That let me know it's like, ooh, out, mom. So I loosened it, made sure she was good, asked her if she was good. You always want to ask your client or whoever hair you're doing if it is tight or if it's hurting or where it's tugging. You want to make sure that it's comfortable and it's not going to give them a headache or make them want to take it down. I found myself having hairstyles by other people and sometimes myself where I go in tight and not knowing, like, you know, your head swells up a little bit after you get braids, but even after the swelling go down, I'm like, this is just unbearable. So I'll take it out or I'll have bumps. So you want to make sure that it's loose and not too tight. So I did that for her. Now I'm starting the front. You want to do the top part of the Fulani hairstyle before you actually crochet in the hair, because you don't want that crochet hair in your way. You just don't. You're going to be constantly fighting for your life trying to get it out of the way, and it's just not worth it when you can just really do the Fulani top part at the top or the half up, half down, whatever you choose, because you could do a ponytail, you could do the Fulani braids, which is the braids going to the back or in whatever design. You just want to do it before you add in the curly hair, and that includes when you do it in a sew-in and when you do it in a quick weave and when you do it with clip-ins, because it will be in the way and you don't want to end up braiding in that hair in the back into a braid. So that's why I did it in this step process. And you just see me right here just braiding down the cornrows. I did pre-map out this hairstyle because I didn't want to have stuff not proportioned right and it just didn't come out looking right. So you want to make sure you map out all of your parts. I don't necessarily braid it out. I might twist each section loosely or something like that. Some people, they actually do like a loose braid. I have done that and I will do that if I need to on certain clients, certain people. But if you have been doing a hairstyle for a while and you pretty much know, then you know. But I would advise to always map it out, because you don't want to have all these braids down and then you have to take one down just to make sure that it's proportioned right on the next side or the next braid. So I do have it mapped out that I did off camera. Again, I do have this live on my YouTube. Go check it out and you'll see how I mapped it out, because I actually did do that on my live. I believe I crocheted the hair into as well. Like, it's certain things that that is not in this video that I did while I was doing it live. So just go check out that video. For the top part, I'm doing something kind of different. Usually the Flip Over Fulani usually have straight braids going straight to the back. It's like 4 or 5 braids. I decided to do a design. I really thought this was cute. I seen it on someone else. And this design kind of been floating around. I think they call it the Alicia Keys design. So I just want to try it, and that's what I'm doing with this top part. Again, you want to make sure you're not braiding super tight. I'm not adding in any extensions here, like as far as like braiding here at this on this braid, but certain braids, like when it's shorter and not as long and thick around her perimeter, I do add in some expression hair, and you will see me parting a whole lot. I am using my braiding gel, which is Pure Neat Braid. When I say I mean that I purchased and I love. Again, all the products will be in the description box below. But you see, I'm just doing the design. You have to really take your time because you don't want to have it tight when you turn on the angle. I've noticed a lot of people do that. They tighten up as they turn. So I'm making sure I'm taking my time and I am just braiding it as best as I can in the time that it'll take to do it. So I did speed up this video a little bit so It's not at the real time per se, but it is definitely it's close enough to where you know, like, oh, she took her time. Also, if you see it looks kind of rough, like with me turning her head, it's only looking rough again because I sped up the recording process for this video so you guys can see how I did this hairstyle. But if you watch my live, you'll see I'm not aggressively pulling on her hair or turning her head. My daughter is also on her tablet, and it just, I ain't gonna lie, it kind of drives me nuts because she don't want to hold her head the way it need to be held, but she don't mind me moving it, and she know I'm gonna move it the way that I need it to be. So yeah, and you just see I didn't show how I fed in because once I get done with the braid, I actually feed in extensions here, which I've done on my other videos, so you guys can check out how I add to the ends. It's very easy. I do have a braiding wrap like prepped to the side of the braiding hair that I did use, which is 42 inches of expressions number 2. I do have that to the side, but again, I don't add in the extensions until I get off of her scalp and have braided quite a bit because her hair is just very thick to the point where I don't need as much extensions as you will for probably somebody else with finer texture or thinner texture. You have to add it in according to the width and thickness that you want the cornrow or stitch braid to be. So you see I'm just cleaning up the parts. It is so satisfying watching that, by the way. But anyway, I'm just cleaning up the parts, getting ready for the next braid, and you guys can continue watching to see how I did this Fulani hairstyle. Of course, it's going to be some individuals up at the top, which you'll also see me doing, and then you'll see me add in the boho curls. So on this part, I was going to do another like basically like a triangle look. I end up doing 2 braids right here, which you'll see I did not do on camera, but you guys know how to do a feed in cornrow small. Y'all know how to do it. So now you see me doing the individuals in the front. I have already completed one side. I just want to show you guys how I do it, and I'm just braiding in the hair. So she'll have the flip over part. These sections where it's individual is where you can flip it over and show maybe one side or the other side. It depends on what day, how you feeling. You also want to ask your client if they want it to be flipped to the other side when you're braiding it in and it just fall that way. She wanted that open design open, so I just kept it open. But whenever she wanted to flip it over, she could. Especially with it being knotless. You want it to be knotless, not a regular traditional box braid. So just keep that in mind as well. This will be my last individual knotless braid in the front of the Fulani style. If you want to see another flip over Fulani style, I'll also have that in the description. Now you see me latch hooking in the curly hair. I've already did the back part, adding the curly hair, which I did once I got done with everything at the top. Again, I will have a video showing how to crochet in hair in the back. So yeah, and I'm also gonna do one with the quick weave as well, so y'all be on the lookout for that. But I did put some curly pieces in the actual cornrow. I just thought it looked so cute, and here's the finished product. I think it turned out super cute. I love it. Now I'm gonna show you guys the nighttime routine. Very easy. You want to do this every time you are going to bed. You can also tie it in a ponytail like so, like this, when putting it in a shower cap and doing like a butterfly clip or using a rubber band. I'm going to tuck. You can easily put a hair bow at the end, or you can tuck it in like you see me doing right here. And that is pretty much the nighttime routine. Super quick, super easy. You don't want it to be rubbing. You want it to be just right. And that's it. If you want to see more Fulani hairstyles, click this playlist right here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.